Hey guys, it's the Guitar Guy 48 here. I'm just coming at you with a little tune today. It's been forever since y'all probably seen me with a guitar on my channel, but just thought I'd post a little something today. So today I'm going to be doing a video lesson slash demo for Ed Sheeran's "You Need Me" with my looper. I'm about to show you my setup here in just a second, but let me explain sort of what I use really quick. So I've got my guitar I'm using is a Dean, and I've taken and actually bought a Neo D, Fishman Neo D pickup for it. It's the Neo D1 single coil, and I love it. It sounds like this regularly, almost more like electric, or pretty much more so like electric than it does anything. And some of that's from my amp, some of the distortions from my amp. I'm having to use a little bitty small amp today, so it's not anything that. This is what it sounds more like. Running through what I'm using. Like I said, I used the Neo D1 because I was tired of this guitar not having a good sound to it. It never had a good sound, and I was tired of it. So I was like, you know what? I'll buy me an end sound hole pickup, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Well, I've been loving this thing. As far as what I use down here wise, I've got a Digitech RP500 that I use. I've got an acoustic patch that I run through that is one of the customs that I lightly modified to sound it the way I want to make it sound, pretty much. For my looper, I'm actually not using a big looper. I'm actually only using a Loopstation RC2 Boss looper. And for any of you that know, Ed normally uses at least a 20XL or a 30, and then he has his custom one that I love. I wish I could have it, called the Chewy Monster. But if the closest thing I can tell you, if you want to go out and buy one like his, is you're gonna have to go out and drop about $400 or $500 on the Digitech RP300, because it has 3 separate channels that it runs through. His runs 4. I'm not sure any loop stations that run 4 off the top of my head. I could probably Google them and find out, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm using just a little bad amp, really. It's a Rogue. I mean, so, you know, if you get it right, it's a good amp. But I mean, for the purposes of what I'm using it for, it's not intended to do acoustic guitar that well. But it's the only straight amp I have at the time, because my other one is sadly out of commission. I'm gonna have to find somebody that can fix it. The power on it is just gone. You plug it in, try to turn it on, you don't. Before then, you plugged it in, turn it on, it sounded like a 60 cycle hum times about 1,000. But what I'm going to do today is pretty much all relative. Some of it's relative to the capo, some of it's not. You'll know if I say relative to the capo or not. But I'm pretty much going to try to do a demo and and go through it a little bit at a time with you, so we can break it down and go over it 2 or 3 times. So please tell me somebody's not trying to send me anything. Let's stop now anyway. But let's let you look at my setup real quick. So here's what I've got. I've got my RP right here, or yeah, my RP500. I've got the acoustic setting up, and I just put a little reverb on, because that's all you really need when you're doing this, is just put a little bit of reverb on. Next, I've got my RC2, and they do have drum tracks behind it, but I barely ever use it, purely for the fact that, you know, I like to make my own drum beats, because if you try to go with one, you have to actually set it first, and then go back and do all your stuff, and in a live setting, that's a little difficult, so you just do what you want to do. Most time the looper actually catches with you, though, so that's the good thing about it. Beside it, I've got what I'm using to stop my loop, and what I mean, I'll show you really quick. if I turn my loop on, this is what the loop should sound like when we get done with it, or at least close to it. I can actually take and just stop it with that, which is amazing. But I'm going to build this one from the ground up today, and I will probably rewrite it just or to this patch for the rest of the day, or for the rest of the video, so that way I don't have to worry about getting into having to worry about rebuilding the loop every time, because if you hit stop without saving your loop, you have to rebuild it every time. So here we go. First things first is that little so you'll play the 5, your 3 and your 5. This is relative to your capo. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'll, relative to the capo, it's 10, but normally it's 11. And it's easier if you remember your higher frets through the actual number that they are regularly, and your lower frets as they are relative to the capo. I know it sounds difficult, but about fret 7, which the only thing you need to worry about is 3 and 5 lower for when you're on the intro, and then the only thing you need to worry about higher up is 11 and on up through here. And you got to make sure you hit that. You got to make sure you hit that. There we go. That was a good one. Okay. So let's get our loop ready and let's start it up. 1, 2, 3, and. I was off a little bit. Let's delete that and go back and start again. Off just a tad bit. It's the only thing I don't like about working with a looper. You have to be very, very precise. You have to hit that high. Not a good track in and of itself. That one's better. Alright, so next we'll do. And this is all relative. This is from your 12th fret, your actual 12th fret, not your relative 12th fret, but your actual 12th fret. It's the 11th and 13th. And this is your 4th string and your 3rd string. So it's 11, 13 on your, and then you go up and hit the 11th on your 4th. It's, and then you hit your 3rd at the 11th, and then you go back to your, and you go to your 3rd, or you stay with your 3rd, and you go. So you go 13, 11, 12, 13. And that's what you do for your second part of it. So. I don't like that one, so let me redo it. Sounds better with my fingers. Alright, ready? you can hear that loop on it. Now, when I do my hits, if you have a piezo, this is where you can differ a little bit because you can actually hit your body and hear it. Me, I can't because I have a sound hole. I have to hit my strings. 2. So I've got that. Now also, one thing I forgot to tell you, let me stop that real quick. One thing I forgot to tell you, that pretty much completes our actual loop of what we have to do. Oh, wait, I'm missing one thing. He does a little, he has a little thing in there with it. He does in his voice. Like I said, what I've done to it, I can't really do much for. That's pretty much all I can do for the loop itself with what I have. I know Ed does a lot with his voice. Now I'm basing this more so off the live room version that he does. But also you want to tune your guitar to drop D. Because that's what he actually tunes his to, and it's so much easier. Now, time, look it down, look at you, sound. But that's what he uses for it. But yeah, you can do all sorts of different stuff. And pretty much you just loop one measure with this. Town, making you sound, play a different show every time for the new crowd. Now, and I can't, no, I won't hush. I'll say the words that make you blush. Gonna sing this now, oh. See, songs where my heart is like you, see the other artists. I'm knocking you down without disaster. Let me singing to my thing and you can clear the matches. See, I'm real, I do it all, it's on me. Not fake, don't ever call me lazy. You need me, man, I don't. You need me, man, I don't. You need me, man, I don't. Do it all, you need me, man, I don't. 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 Do it all, you need me, man. basics of the loop. And like I said, if you want to do it more like he does in his performances and stuff like that, you actually need a bigger looper than what I have. He uses his has both a mic input and a instrument input. I've seen some that have 2 instrument inputs, a mic input, and another different input, and those are for like the guys who really want to get into it. But that's pretty much just a basic loop of what to do for it. That's the best I can. But that's all I know to do. I'm so used to hitting this, just stop and start, when I can actually hit that now, which feels amazing. If you have RC Loop Station, you can hold up to about, I think it's 11. You can hold up to 11 tracks, which I need to go back through, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4's unused, 5's unused, 6 is unused, 7 is taken up by that second loop I just did. That was the loop I just did. 8 was taken up by the original I did. 9's taken up by something. 10's taken up by something, and 11's taken up by something. Oh, just to show you how horrible this guitar sounded before I put the pickup in it. Yeah. Ouch. But it sounds a lot better to me now. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Just showing you a little basic loop of that, and playing a little demo. So I would love to learn the lyrics for it. I'm working on that so hard right now. In fact, I would love to do Ed Sheeran's my inspiration for my side job that I want. I want to do looping shows by myself is what I want to do. I'm a long way off from it because I want 2 guitars, and together they'll cost about $1,000 together. They're Ed Sheeran specials. They're the Little Martin, because they're so versatile, so usable. So I don't have to have 2 huge cases to tote around with me. I can do it in a little case and head on out the door with it with a small PA. If I had what I wanted to do, I could fit everything in the back of my Jeep. I got Jeep Liberty. I could fit in the back of that because I can fit 2 speakers in the back with a little PA head. All I need is 1 simple PA head. All my other gear can go into my middle seat or my back seat, which is my 2 guitars, my pedals, and actually I might only need 1 pedal. I don't know, but in total I might need 3 guitars, just for the fact that I know he uses an electric in some of his shows, and I could use my electric, but it's whatever. But it's just stuff that I would love to do. Right now I'm working though. I've just recently been hired on and got a job, so that's going well for me. But it's just something I want to do and work on. So yeah, that don't work with that. Yep, it's in regular tuning for that one. Which that's when I've actually been trying to work on to get with the looper and see if I can't do something with. If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. But yeah, that's about it. Anyway, Guitar Guy 2040, or 40, Guitar Guy 4080, sorry. I don't know why I said 2040. Anyway, Guitar Guy 4080 signing off, and I will see you guys in the next video. By the way, I know it's been a while since I posted. Don't know when I'll post again, but maybe soon. I don't know. I've kind of done a hiatus on games for a while, so I'm thinking more guitar stuff right now anyway. Anyway, see you in the next video.